Hey everyone, I'm Katie and today I'm going to show you how I dyed my hair red and a blondish color. I originally had my hair brown. It was all a darker shade of brown and I kind of got sick of it after about a month because it's not really like me to have just one color in my hair. I usually have highlights or something like this, and I really like red hair. I used to actually have red hair. I just didn't want it all to be red again because I didn't really want to have to do all the upkeep for that. As much as I definitely could have, I didn't feel like it. So I looked up different shades of blondes and stuff that would kind of look good with the red, and I found this shade that some people had, and it was like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's kind of like a golden copperish blonde. And I really liked it, and I thought it would go well with red, so I decided to try it. I did solid research for about 2 weeks. I watched YouTube videos of people giving their own reviews or opinions of different products. I watched videos of girls dyeing their hair red and watching what products they used so that I kind of had an idea of what worked best and what didn't really work. I checked reviews on blogs and all that sort of stuff. I asked people who had previously dyed their hair these colors that I knew and all that stuff. Like, I went through the whole 9 yards to do all my research. And after about 2 solid weeks of that, I decided to just go ahead and do it. I saw on a lot of reviews and a lot of YouTube videos that for red hair, going from dark brown to red hair, a lot of people used this. It's called L'Oreal Excellence High Color Highlight in the shade red. And all you do is read the instructions here. Mix it with cream developer. Because my hair was a darkish brown, but not to the point of it almost looking black, I was able to get away with using a 30 volume. I just read on the instructions how much of this to mix with this whole thing. And I sectioned off what part of my hair I wanted red. I left that in for between 40 and 45 minutes and then washed it out. And it came to this shade, which I really like. It's the shade I wanted, and I was happy with it. So then I left everything alone for a few hours, just to give myself a break. And after about 2 or 3 hours, I did the blonde. I also used L'Oreal Excellence High Color Highlights for dark hair only, and it's blonde highlights. I once again had to use the cream developer, mix all of this with the measurement of this, which is here. And as much as it lightened my hair, it only went to a light brown, dirty blonde looking shade, which isn't the shade that I wanted. It worked and it lightened my hair, just not to the shade I wanted. So I decided to leave my hair for a couple days, and I went and bought the bleaching powder to go with this. And I just read on the back what measurement of this to put with all of this, and put it on the hair that was now light brown, and I left that for only about half an hour to 35 minutes. And it actually worked because this is the color it came out to, which made me happy because I think that they look pretty good together, the red and this type of blonde. All of my products I bought at Sally's Beauty Supply. I can't tell you right now all the prices of this stuff that I used, but I could put it into links, or if you ask me, I can find out for you and tell you. Anyways, everything, like I said, I bought at Sally's Beauty Supply, so I bought these. I bought the cream developer that I needed. When I decided that I was just going to go ahead and bleach my hair because I didn't want it to be a dirty blonde, I went back and bought this. I also bought this stuff. I bought the measuring cup because of the fact that I was actually doing measurements to mix my color. And you always, when mixing color, need your mixing brush and the actual bowl. That to me is very important. Even when just mixing the colors, I wore plastic gloves because I feel as a precautionary thing that's just the best thing to do. And also when I was doing my hair, I started with the red first. So I sectioned off what part I wanted red and put this all back. Right on the roots of what was not going to be dyed red, I put foil and bobby pinned it so that none of the stuff that I was dyeing red here would get onto like the back roots here, because that's all what I wanted to be blonde and I didn't want it to accidentally go red. And then when I was doing the blonde, both times when I did the high color highlights for blonde and I decided to just bleach it, I decided to do the same thing again, but I put foil on all of the red. That way there was no accidental drippage and nothing could ruin the red. And I also used Vaseline. I put it all along my forehead, like right by the roots, along my ears and the back of them, and along the back of my neck where those roots are, just because that way it wasn't going to ruin my body if I did get dye on it. I found it a lot easier to wipe off when it did drip. And like I said, just be careful and do your research. The reason I did my research was because I could have just gone ahead and bleached my whole head, then sectioned it off to do red and blonde, but I knew that's not what I wanted. I didn't want the blonde to be a white platinum blonde, and I didn't want the red to be so light that it was like the Ariel mermaid shade of red. So that's why I did my research. If that's what you want your hair to look like, then feel free to pre-bleach it and then do the hair colors. But if you want it to look more like these type of shades, then I've just explained to you how I did it. Regardless of what color you're doing your hair, if it involves mixing colors that are like a dye, bleach in one, or if you're going to have to pre-lighten your hair, do your research, ask people what products are best, all that stuff, because I don't want you messing around with anything that has to do with bleach and ruining your hair. It can kill your hair, and I was lucky enough that it didn't. So I would suggest that if you're going to do anything that involves any sort of bleach or pre-lightening, definitely do your research and be 150% sure that you want to do that to your hair. If you have any questions or comments, inbox me or comment and I will get back to you. I'm not a professional. Let me make that clear. I am not a professional. The reason that I didn't go to the person who usually does my hair is because I wanted to do it myself and save money. If you don't think you can do your hair on your own, please get somebody else to do it for you. Somebody who's a professional or has done it before to their own hair and knows what they're doing. Please, if you don't feel like you can do this on your own, don't. Like I said, I'm not a professional, but if you have any questions about hair color, actually dyeing your hair, or hair care after you dye your hair, then comment or inbox me and I'll get back to you. I'll do the best I can to help you. Thanks, guys.